All right, Ben, it's my first day here. Do you have any advice for me?
So here's the thing. Never go in the dressing room when Knowles is in there. He has this horrible habit, I'm not lying to you, of just taking off his shirt randomly. And it is a terror to everyone surrounding him. In general, stay away from Knowles. I mean, like...
100%. I will stay away from Michael Knowles in the dressing room.
And always.
And always.
Perfect.
If you were famous for something else, what would you be famous for?
I'm an excellent whistler.
Really?
Yes.
Come on, Ben, you gotta do a little bit.
Oh, well, I mean, I haven't even worse. I mean, what, you want to hear? You have a tune? Like... That's not even my weirdest skill. My weirdest skill is that I can actually play these things on my cheeks.
What? How did you realize you had this talent?
I have no idea. I was in a fight one time, someone was just hitting me in the face, and suddenly a song popped out, and I was like, oh, wow, that's kind of interesting.
I feel like my whistling's pretty good, too, though.
That was myth.
If you could add anyone to Mount Rushmore, who would it be and why?
First of all, I hate Mount Rushmore. I think Mount Rushmore is an idol. I don't like idols. So I have a very Calvin Coolidge feeling about Mount Rushmore. Calvin Coolidge was very divided about Mount Rushmore, which is why I put Calvin Coolidge on Mount Rushmore.
I'd probably put Donald Trump just so I could see if the left tries to tear it down.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, would that even be a question?
Yeah, it'd be very fun.
I mean, they would tear it down.
But like how? Watching them try to do it? Because usually they just, put ropes around the statues and pull them down. It just would be fun to watch it as an Olympic event.
Millions of them would just come and claw at the rock with their fingernails.
Slowly.
I mean,
and so I think that is the best thing we can do for society. It would be a fun game to watch. What was the worst job you ever had?
I worked at a law firm immediately out of law school. That job was so bad that when I quit that job, I went into the senior associate and I said, I'm unhappy, I hate this, I'm depressed. I just picked up a mortgage and just was about to get married. And my wife was like, you need to leave, you hate this. So, because she's a great wife. It was him and another senior associate. The second senior associate is like, why are you leaving? I explained all my reasons. And after I explained, he goes, you're totally right, maybe I should leave. This is a terrible job. And so it turned into the senior associate trying to convince both of us to stay.
Yeah.
And then I ended up in the boss's office and I was explaining why I was leaving. And he was like, you just understand that you're never gonna make as much money as you make right now. I have been wanting to send my tax returns for at least a decade.
I can't think of a single job that I would be like, oh my God, that was so terrible and it sucks. So I think I just suck because I'd like to work. If you could have someone like a personal assistant follow you around all the time, what would you have them do?
Okay, so I do. And let me just say, I don't handle anything in my own life, as everyone who works at the Daily Wire knows. I have to be steered around like a small child from place to place. They carry me to the car like a baby. Yeah. They strap me into the seat.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm really big into green juices. So just like perpetually just have fresh green juices. I hate to say that because it sounds so Hollywood.
It does,
like
really.
Kale is actually really good. Even kale, like to eat kale salad. Like I actually like kale. It's like that weird Hollywood
trend. No, you're lying.
That started,
no one likes kale. This is a lie.
It's so good.
I don't believe you. I'm like Piers. I don't believe you.
Have you even like baked kale?
Baked kale?
It's really good. Every way you can have kale, it's actually delicious.
If it were that good.
I'm embarrassed to say this.
If it were that good, then for thousands of years, people would have been rich if they had much kale. But that's not the way that it worked.
What was your favorite toy and or hobby growing up?
Reading. I didn't really do toys so much. How about you?
I was really good at pogo sticking.
Pogo sticking?
Yeah, like I'm like the pogo stick and the hula hoop champ.
Wow. Hula
hoop, that would be my favorite toy. I could hula hoop for hours.
If you could live anywhere in the world for a year, where would it be?
Easily Japan. I know it's so bizarre. I have a thing about Japan. I've always, since I was a kid, I just am sort of fascinated.
Have you ever been there?
Japan, no, but
That's a big leap, just living there without
I know, but my husband's sister lives there. She's lived there for 10 years. She's a missionary there. So we're gonna go soon, and I feel like it's just a cool culture. I don't know.
That's cool.
Weird. I know. You?
Well, Israel, obviously. Yeah. There's kosher food. Where else is there kosher food? There's no kosher food.
I'm gonna make you pick another country besides Israel.
Besides Israel. Italy. Italy's spectacular.
Ben Shapiro in Italy. I like it.
Italy's great.
I'm gonna tell Michael Knowles.
Well, if Knowles is there, I won't go. Pet peeves.
Loud gum chewers. I'm just like, please stop, please stop, please stop, make it stop. You?
Feelings.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
So my 4th grade teacher, Miss Giannetti, she really dropped a heavy bit of knowledge on me. I was reading these very advanced books and everything, and she said to me, "Don't let potential be written on your tombstone."
Oh.
I was like, that is heavy. That's heavy stuff for like an
really
8-year-old.
Young for that. Yeah.
And I was like, that's really good advice.
I love that.
That is good advice.
I love that.
Don't let potential be written on your tombstone.
Mine is definitely that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend your most time with, and you will become the average. So it became a way for me to rinse my friendships.
That's a good piece of advice.
I was like, you're bringing down my average, man. So that is a really good piece of advice.
The zombie apocalypse is coming. Who are the 3 people you want on your team?
Not Ben Shapiro.
Correct.
I would definitely say Don Jr. because he just is always outside. It looks like he's surviving, you know, for no reason. Taking my husband, and the third person would be Hillary Clinton because you have to throw someone to the zombies so you can get a head start.
I mean, Hillary's a killer. I feel like Hillary might survive.
Which is good because she'll kill the zombies and you're ahead.
For me, I mean, you have to take your spouse. Here's the problem. There are 3 people, and I have 3 kids, so now now it's Sophie's choice. So this got really dark incredibly quickly. If we're just talking about like who would help me survive, I'll take Jocko Willink. I'll take Rogan. Trying to think of a third.
What celebrity would you be super nervous to meet?
Honestly, God, I have a really tough time thinking of a celebrity I'd be super nervous to meet.
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin, because he's a murderer.
I say the only celebrity that I'd be super nervous to meet, and it's a different type of nerve, would probably be the Queen. Because it's just, I don't know, she's just been around.
Well, we would
for
have
so
to teach
long.
her
It's
to
like
curtsy.
respect, yeah.
Have to teach her to
I gotta
curtsy.
learn the curtsy and
She's a racist, you know.
yeah, exactly.
That's
So
what I'm
that
hearing.
makes me nervous.
That you should be nervous.
Exactly.
What fictional character do you wish you could meet?
Mystique from X-Men. Did you see X-Men?
I did see X-Men.
No one else at the Daily Wire has seen X-Men, and I was like, how do you not know who Mystique is? And everyone was looking at me, and they were like, and I had to show them, so I was like.
I mean, I feel like that might not be as evocative as you think it is.
No,
like if you made those motions, I wouldn't have gotten.
Does.
There are a lot of characters. You're just gonna keep doing it, or?
Yes, because I need you to acknowledge that I look like Mystique a little bit.
I mean, you do, but you have to kick me. Which fictional character would I want to meet? You gotta go with the classics. Atticus Finch, probably.
Yeah.
He seems like a classy dude.
I could see him hanging out with Mystique.
What songs do you have completely memorized other than WAP?
This is a weird question because like I have tons of songs memorized, obviously. Like probably maybe one people wouldn't expect is like I'm very into the Sound of Music. I was a huge musical person.
Are you a musical person? Okay, I'm a huge okay, so what are your musicals?
When it comes to musical, Sound of Music being #1. By the way, like I watched it on repeat when I was a kid, and the irony of that is I had no idea what it was about. So like it's like literally when I got older and I realized what it was about, I was like, this is so sad. Like, this is oh my God, this is so sad. I mean, it has a good ending, but Sound of Music, Mary Poppins, I loved when I was a kid. I wouldn't say it's like the best musical, but when I was a kid, I really loved Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, that's a fun movie.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
Have you ever? We have to get into some Sondheim. We can get into like Sweeney Todd.
Yeah,
Sweeney Todd is hardcore.
I only know Sweeney Todd because I think in high school they did it as a play, and I watched it then. But I'm like very into musicals.
Okay, so we'll get into Sweeney Todd. Sweeney's great.
My husband's into operas though.
Oh really?
His family took me to 2 operas actually. I saw The Barber of Seville.
Oh, okay, that's good stuff.
Another one that I can't remember.
Yeah, Rossini.
If a criminal turns himself in, should he get the reward money?
Yes, but then he should have to pay it to the victim.
But why? What if it says reward?
Because he technically fulfilled the terms of the contract.
Yeah.
As a lawyer, let me tell you that if you fulfill the terms of the contract, then consideration has been approved, and therefore you should receive the money. But the money should then go to your victim.
Yeah, I mean, if he says, like, I turned myself in, he actually shouldn't be told how to spend it either, but he should also then get sentenced for the crime.
Right, I mean, do you want to incentivize him to turn himself in, or do you not want to incentivize him to turn himself
exactly.
in?
I'm okay with them getting the reward money. Then I mean, I totally agree with you.
Alrighty, does pineapple belong on pizza?
Absolutely not. It's a very easy question to answer.
Really?
Yeah, are you like, did you support Barack Obama or did you vote for him? Okay, well then the answer is no.
I will go for jalapeno and pineapple.
You are outnumbered at the Daily Wire.
Yeah.
So you know, you're the only person that feels that way.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
It is not a sandwich.
Correct, it's not a sandwich.
Yes, yes, you are my friend at the Daily Wire.
Of course it's not a sandwich.
You know what they said? Okay, Michael Knowles, he needs to be fired. And I've heard you've heard this.
No, Candace. No, you shock me.
I'm shocked.
He needs to be fired. I'm going to leave that there.
Of course he needs to be fired.
I've only been here a few days.
I mean, not because of that question, but also because of that
Michael,
question.
he's got this whole hot dog theory, and it's really sloppy.
That's stupid. It's closer to a taco than it is to a sandwich.
Thank you. I said literally the taco thing. I was like, a taco is not a sandwich. It's like, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And also Matt Walsh said this, but
no, that's just incorrect. It's fundamentally
really
incorrect.
Upset. Thank you. We have to debate them on that.
All right.
We nailed that.
That was amazing.